Turn to Santa Maria with Andy Caldwell, who is our final speaker on this item. Andy?
Madam Chair, members of the board, Andy Caldwell representing CoLab. We really believe that you've blown an opportunity for consensus building. Our organization and many others don't want otherwise law-abiding farm workers or construction workers or hotel workers rounded up and deported. We would rather them get a work permit. But unless and until you acknowledge the fact that the federal government has the right, the duty, and the obligation to enforce federal laws, you are gonna just end up getting run over. If you really wanted to change this, if you really wanted, for instance, to prevent another glass house from happening, you would appeal to the state of California to end sanctuary status. The feds would rather pick up the criminals they're looking for at the jail or a prison rather than on the street. But your policy pretty much prevents that from happening. Secondly, where is your concern for the trafficked children? I didn't hear 1 ounce of concern that they found unaccompanied minors, and you know that some of them are trafficked into prostitution, not to work at a pot farm. Do you not want the feds to be able to find the 300,000 trafficked children that are in America, including in our county? Then finally, there is several million people, couple million people who have received final orders to deport. They don't have any constitutional rights to appeal that. They've had the final order to deport. The feds have the authority. Obama deported more than Trump by a factor, I think, of 10 times. And we didn't hear you complain about the Obama administration doing that. So we would ask that you would recognize that you're part of the problem. If you allowed them to pick up people at the county jail, they won't be doing workplace raids for the majority of these people. They're not going after the otherwise law-abiding immigrants. But if they are in the wrong place at the wrong time, Trump doesn't have a catch and release program. And you're tilting at windmills thinking that you could order the feds to do one thing or another. In reality, you have zero authority. Zero. Why don't you work on something you do have authority on, and that is the sanctuary status that's making things worse. And where is your compassion for the victims of the people that have been raped, the children that have been molested, the women that have been brutalized? Where is your compassion for the victims of the criminals that ICE and Border Patrol are trying to arrest and deport? Do you really think they have a right to be here, like the guy that in San Luis, they just picked him up for being arrested for trying to rape an unconscious woman? Do you really want to defend that rapist ability to stay here? They have a right to stay here? How many more victims? Do you remember Marilyn Ferris, bludgeoned and raped in Santa Maria by somebody that had been deported several times? Where's your compassion for the victims?